just before we talk about response, just I guess to the untrained eye, right? What do you think went wrong this weekend?
It's not any one thing. It's not like we were terrible here, terrible there. I'll say it again, like, they're in a better place culturally than we are today, and that's for us to fix, and that obviously starts with me, and that's it. It wasn't like we didn't have scoring chances and didn't have didn't do some good things. We did, but at the end of the day, they made an extra play. Then they cared a little bit more than we did.
What does the response have to be from you and your group?
The response just has to be, we just got to go back to valuing hard work. That's it. We got to play the guys that are gonna improve our culture, and that isn't always maybe who is the best player, and that's the most talented player. So that's a coaching conundrum at every level and all the time. But if you want your culture to improve, you got to value those things.
What are you expecting from your team? What would you like to see from your team tomorrow night on the ice? What type of game?
I just want to see us have fight for every puck, fight to get to the net, not pass up shots. When you're not scoring as much as you like, we saw it in practice a little bit today in the power play, and we're trying to pass the puck to the back of the net. It doesn't work. Get the puck there, get a rebound, put it in. And that's we need to play an extremely simple game. That's how you get out of a tough stretch.
Seemed to be good energy, good physicality out there at practice. Do you think this past weekend might have been a wake-up call for them and really opened their eyes?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Obviously it does, but we got to get back to the process and not, we're not losing sucks. That's the world that we're in, but it's not process oriented. And when we're not sticking to our process and valuing those little things and winning our one-on-one battles, blocking shots, finishing hits, getting to the net, you get what you deserve.
How about, speaking of value, how much you guys value those Southern Maine fans and the ones who maybe can't get up here, to Alfond Arena, but they get to come see you out in Portland for a night every year?
That's always awesome to be down there. The support we get all over the state is tremendous, through thick and thin, and we need everybody to help us bring that energy and get us out of this thing. So that's they're just as much a part of it as we are.
Awesome, Coach. Thanks so much.
Hey, Dimitri.
Hey, Coach. So I remember a couple of years ago after the sweep down in Durham, you kind of really talked a lot about the importance of trying to just go back to finding the joy of playing again. And with all kind of the negativity that seems to be around culturally right now, is that a message that you're leaning into again, just trying to find positivity on the ice when it's so hard to find right now?
It's not hard to find positive things that we do. I mean, I'm not a moral victory guy. I never have been. I think it's BS. But we gave up 14 shots in a game and 17 shots in a game. We lost both of those games. So it's not like we, outside of maybe the second Quinnipiac game this year, we haven't played awful in any game. The missing factor from winning to losing in some of these games is our culture. It's are we going to block that extra shot? Can we make that save? Or are we going to be worried about, the penalty that didn't get called? Are we going to be arguing with each other on the bench because, I tried to cheat the game and get a breakaway, it didn't get to me? Those are the things that we don't have right now and we've had, and that's what we have to create. So I don't look at it as we got to go out with paint suns on the scoreboard and everything's, and palm trees and everything's great. It organically has to happen for our team, and if it doesn't, we might win some games, lose some games, so be it, and it just becomes about me and us, rather than about us, and that's what we're trying to create, and that's so there's definitely positivity that you need to have in that, and we've done a lot of really good things. It's not like we're playing horrible hockey. It's just not good enough, and it's because it doesn't mean enough to me to stay on the D side of this puck rather than trying to cheat and get a breakaway or a 2-on-1, and then when it doesn't work, that ends up in the back of our net. So those are the things that we can fix, and they're within our control. it's easy to talk about them. It's harder to do it.
Yeah, for sure. What have you made of Lowell this season? I mean, they seem kind of like set up to be the type of team that you guys have really struggled with this year. You know, they're really structurally, defensively pretty sound. They pack the house pretty well. Don't beat themselves. Like, what are you, I guess, emphasizing against Lowell, or is it just really just focusing on yourselves?
Yeah,
This week,
I mean, yeah, like you're right. They're a very aggressive team. They're aggressive in the ozone. They get to the net really well. They do all the things they've always done. They're heavy and they play hard. Norm's a great coach. He has been for decades. So who wants it more? You know, like that's what. Are we gonna, are we gonna take a shot, screen the goalie, get to the rebound? Are we gonna back check as hard as we need to? That's what the game is gonna be. I'm sure that he's saying the same thing to his team.